A New York man has been charged with murder after opening fire on a group of people for entering his driveway. Washington County Sheriff Jeffrey Murphy recently announced on Monday that 65-year-old Kevin Monahan is being charged with second-degree murder for shooting and killing 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis on Saturday evening. Gillis was driving with friends in Hebron, New York, a little over 200 miles north of New York City. Of course, they got lost and had to turn around. That's when Monahan came out on his porch and fired at the car. 2 shots. One of them hit Gillis, according to police. The group then managed to get away, drove 6 miles to a nearby town in order to get help. They were not able to, call emergency services until they got to the nearby town, because cell phone service was pretty terrible in that area. So it's a very rural area. Unfortunately, that was too late. EMS was unsuccessful in doing CPR to resuscitate the young woman, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. So this, again, happened not long after Ralph Yarl faced a similar situation and was shot for going to the wrong house. So we apparently live in a country where you can't come up to someone's door, knock on a door, or even turn around in someone's driveway without being shot at. No, hey, what you doing here? It's just shoot first, ask questions later. I mean, look, I've missed a turn, and I've had to turn around in people's driveways before. I've had cars break down in front of people's houses, and I've had to go and get help. I've had to ask them for help. Can't do any nowadays. You have to worry about, what if I have what if my car breaks down in front of somebody's house? Are they going to come shoot me for having a flat tire? For just parking out in front of their house? What is wrong with people? So this guy, I don't know anything about him. I can't say as far as like, dealing with mental illness or anything like that. But I do know that apparently he was not cooperative when it came to police. Interesting. According to the Times-Union, when police were called to his house over these gunshots, he refused to come out. According to the Times-Union, Monahan was uncooperative with the investigation and refused to exit his residence to speak with police. He was later taken into custody, alive, by the way, with the assistance of the New York State Police Special Operation Response Team after several hours. So, look, they managed to, take him in alive. So, this is the state of this country, where we have another senseless shooting, senseless killing, no reason at all. Again, people who just shoot first. I don't know. I don't understand the entire idea of doing this. I mean, it baffles me. I can't understand how you can see somebody who's coming up your driveway and you decide, I'm going to shoot him. I don't understand. I don't know. It's horrifying. Now, the thing is, here in New York, they don't have stand your ground laws. So, in fact, look, state law explicitly imposes a duty to retreat before resorting to deadly force outside the home. He did not do that. He immediately went to deadly force. As a result, it's pretty likely that he'll be going away for a long time because he's clearly a danger to other human beings. But that does not take away from the fact that this young woman, 20 years old, she did nothing wrong. She's just out with her friends, just turning around, in a car, and was murdered. No reason at all. It's an absolute tragedy what's happening. Again, I don't know if a red flag law would have helped with this, or what even led to this kind of insane reaction. I don't know. Um, but I do know that it's just an absolute. I mean, it's a tragedy, and it deserves attention as well. So, look, if you want to help out with Gillis's funeral expenses, I'll be dropping the link to her GoFundMe campaign in that description as well. Hopefully, it'll help to at least relieve the financial burden on the family so that they are able to take the time to grieve. Because, you know, at the very least, they deserve to be able to not have to worry about those final expenses.